All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Benalfi. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. You made it to the weekend, and now we need to give you a little bit of an update here on our wave, which again is getting a little better organized this evening, and the Hurricane Center just did up its chances for development to now 70% in the short run, and 10% in the short run, and 70% over the next 7 days. So that is again a continuing chances for this thing to develop and get stronger and stronger. All right, Terry Alani, Rocky Malone, Tom Perry, Carla Say, all in the house. You can see right there. There's the latest forecast polygon development, likely to be in that zone as it moves off towards the west-northwest. Chris Pierce is in the house, so that is the latest. Shower activity organizing with this wave. Slow development the next few days as it gets closer to the northern Windward Islands there. Again, chances are looking pretty good that we're going to have a depression, if not tropical storm Ernesto. Remember now, we are coming up on the almost a month out now for the peak of hurricane season, which is September the 10th. Johnson Joy, Julie Ann Stockwell, Nathaniel Story. We have a ton of graphics to go over here regarding this particular wave, and then we'll go into the weekend forecast. So you can see the symmetry here. There's definitely a little bit of an uptick in moisture. Still plenty of dry air surrounding this, but it does appear to be expanding out from the center. And as that is going on, one of the things that we're noticing is the thunderstorms are beginning to displace the dust that was in here. We still have a lot of dust around it, which creates the sinking air. A couple of the other parameters that we like to look at have to deal with the water temperatures. And of course, Ashley Zeckman, Nancy Cruz, I know, Terry. Emar Rivera, water's very hot. Look at that, low 80s here. Much warmer, though, as we get towards the eastern Caribbean and the Western tropical Atlantic. The other thing that I've noticed today is the wave action is starting to pick up here. It used to be 4-5, now it's 5-6-7. So Catherine Wood, Tina, we're going to be watching this over the next couple days. So a few things I like to do. If you follow me, you know I'm a fan of the Water Vapor channel this far out. I'm not going to show you winds or anything that's 10 to 14 days out. That's because it's going to flip-flop many more times before this is all said and done. But what we do at this stage is we monitor. We look for consistency. We look for trends. And one of the things with the Euro, it has been consistently coming into the northern Windward Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola. And the Euro's had this persistent trough digging in across the southeast, taking this feature and then lifting it out to the northeast as this upper low pivots in across the southeast with a few other waves in behind it that for now are in check. Now, the GFS, on the other hand, earlier today had the feature getting awfully close to Florida, but now it looks a little bit better organized, and because of that, it may make a turn to the north and the east, just like the Euro is suggesting, with that upper low there dropping southeast across the Ohio Valley and potentially being our saving grace. So we want that upper low to drop south from Illinois into the Ohio Valley. If that happens, what it does is it acts like a slingshot. Anything that comes in the southeast is forced up towards the north and the east. So let's put the models side by side. It's similar to Debbie in the fact that it's fighting the dry air and the dust. But from there, things change. So look at that. And Debbie came our way. This Ernesto feature, more than likely, if this continues to stay that way, we'll keep this out to sea. Now, I'm not saying that this is a done deal. It is not a done deal. And there's going to be flip-flopping. But, Euro and GFS are very consistent this afternoon. The Euro with the morning run was, over the northeast Bahamas, just east of central Florida. But tonight, it's kind of backed off of that and gone a little bit further to the east with that stronger southeasterly surface feature that drops on in there. So again, very consistent with August formation. Tracks can go, east of us, can come at us, or can go due south of us. And hopefully this one's going to pan out where it goes east of us. So again, at this point, we're watching this disturbance. Now has a 70% chance just coming down. I'll go ahead and update this graphic live on Facebook here with you. It's going to be near the Lesser Antilles. Probably Monday. Could be a depression by then, just so you know. And then from there, it could develop pretty quickly into Ernesto. Could more than likely, with what I'm seeing tonight, it would be a hurricane. So that's why we just need you guys to keep tuning back in. Yes, we've got model agreement tonight that it will stay east of us, and that's a good thing. But until it actually passes us, we got to keep watching diligently. This is the Euro. And you can see there's the feature over Puerto Rico on Wednesday. Pretty strong feature there, I might add. Northeastern coast of Hispaniola. There's the front now, south of Bermuda. And then pulling this feature up towards the north and the east as the upper low cranks up across the Ohio Valley. So that's, again, that is going to be pretty key here going forward. Let's show you the latest GFS. Bianca Acevedo, Nancy Cruz, Karen Young-Klatsko. You're welcome. Here's a look now at the GFS. So the GFS, a little bit farther south, south side of Puerto Rico, right over Hispaniola. There's the front, and then that front pulls it up towards the north and the east with that upper low through the Ohio Valley, also keeping this particular thing, hopefully, away from us. Helene Risch, happy 51. Too early for impact calls on Florida this way out. As soon as we're confident with that forecast, we will clearly start making that adjustment there for everybody. All right, 7-day forecast. Monday, back to school for everybody, youngsters-wise. And it's going to be hot for them, too. 50% chance for showers and storms. David Eisenberg, Rose Sheriff DeBoard, Angela Edmonds, happy Friday night to you. Wendy, thank you for sharing this feed. Very important that we do that. Afternoon heat and humidity will bubble up showers and storms. The heat's going to be the big story again tomorrow. We've had a few showers and storms out there tonight, but things are, for the most part, calming down. Look, there's a couple showers there. Not seeing any lightning strikes. A few more up here. Again, not seeing any lightning strikes. Rainfall amounts today, pretty impressive for Orange, Seminole, and Brevard County. You can see a nice little swath there of pretty heavy rain. So yeah, so you get a couple more locations in here. Yeah, pretty good rainfall amounts right there. All right, let's take a look at that weekend forecast here for everybody. Hi, Nancy. Evening to you, Edward. Gina Orban. Good to have you there, Gina. Hope you're doing well. David Eisenberg has popped in. There's a look at Saturday and Sunday. You'll get your beach time in, but just keep an eye on the sky. Late day showers and storms will develop and move across the peninsula. Will develop and move across the peninsula Saturday and then on into Sunday. Saturday on into Sunday. So there you go, 95, 95. There you go, there you go. Yes, indeed. All right, temps tomorrow. There you go. 92, 92, 93, 93, 95, 95. It is going to be hot no matter where you are. And in fact, when we take a look at the feels like temperatures, triple digits. 10, noon, 2. That is some dangerous heat there, folks. Got to be careful out there. And it's going to stay pretty stinking hot right through next week. No breaking that heat. Baby's coming down. Amy, good to have you. Denise Williams, Monica. Yeah, no doubt there, girl. All right, for those of you just hopping in, we'll go back to the tropics here in a second. Let me cool you off, take you to the beach tomorrow. Make sure to swim there, those lifeguards. Water temperatures near 80. Erin Sponingberg is in the house. Melissa loves Swift. Denise, Barb D'Souza, Deb Cohen. I'm going to get my first 2 days off in 12 this week, and I'm jacked for that after covering Debbie. All right, pool forecast looks good. 82, 90, 91. There you have it. The attractions in Fuego. 95 at 3, feeling like 105, 108. And then we have Bucks football Saturday evening up in Cincinnati. Looks fantastic. All right, for those of you just jumping back in, Moni Monsisi, hope I said that right. Monsisi, hope I said that right. Enjoy your, thank you, Tina. Karen Rasmussen's in the house. All right, back to the tropics. So if you're just getting in, the news is now that our tropical wave has a 70% chance of developing. It keeps gradually going up. Let me just double check to see if it is an invest yet. Current storms. We still don't have an invest. So no invest yet. Let's see if that changes later on. Peter Curtis from Windermere, Derek Rogers from Ocala. Good group in here tonight. So that's that. Again, the wave is struggling with some of the dry area, but it is showing signs of life late this afternoon. You bet, Chris. Would it be coming? Thalia? Too early to definitively make that call. Too early to make that call just yet. There's the dust around it. The dry area, that had been keeping it in check. However, those waters are awfully warm right there and helping it to try and develop a little bit further here this Friday evening. Kim Smith, hello to you. Denise, you know it, girl. Coming this weekend. All right, so when we take a look at the water anomalies, it's some high-octane fuel there. Right in that main DR, main development region. So there you go. That's one of the things that we're going to be watching. All right. Now, you're just getting in. There's the Euro Raw. There we go. The Euro has this thing coming through the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, the northeast coast of the Dominican Republic, and then that trough builds in and pulls it to the north and the east with that upper low really cranking up and dropping south through the Ohio Valley. So we'll watch that. Up in Bar Harbor, Maine, says Gustavo. Nice. Jess Lennox has been in the house. Good to have you there. Now, the GFS, which was close to Florida this early morning, has bounced back to the east more with the early afternoon run. It takes a trek on the south side of Puerto Rico, right over Hispaniola, and then there's that feature coming in across the southeast, redeflecting that wave and the one behind it away from Florida with a third wave yet to watch there, well east of the Windward Isles. So when you put the two side by side, I don't think so. Large systems tend to do okay with a little bit of easterly wind shear. It's the fronts that drop in that create the stronger wind shear, 20, 30 knots, that can sometimes help us out. So just FYI on that. It's a great question, Chris. So there's that. Chris, did we get that August 8th announcement from Tesla, by the way, that you had talked about? I didn't see it, but I've been so busy. Peter Curtis, could that storm hit New England? It could. It could hit New England. In fact, let me show you right now. Both the models take it up to almost Long Island or just off the coast there on the 19th of August. Again, this is subject to change. Again, this far out, we take it with a grain of salt as we watch things. A wave that's this far out typically takes 10 to 12 days to reach the United States. 10 to 12 days to reach the United States. So it's still a long way out. Right around the 19th. To the 21st. There you go. We had sun today. Yes. There you go, Gordon. Good news. It was postponed. Anybody letting the cat out of the bag on when that may be reposted? So disturbance now, 70% chance likelihood of development. It's going to be near the Lesser Antilles early next week. Could be a tropical depression. You should be good flying back tomorrow. Could change a lot. Perfectly said, Peter. Kathy Jo Santiago. Again, too early to know the path for certain. There's going to be changes between now and next week. So just keep checking back in. All right, so there's a look at the 7-day. 95, 95, 95, 95, right through Tuesday. 96 Wednesday. Dewana, you bet, girl. Just doing my job. Just doing my job. Okay, excellent, Chris. Thank you for keeping us informed. You betcha. So there's your 7-day. All right, let's do the national, and then we'll go globally. There we go. John Blackham, Bobby Johnson. So we got a pretty impressive cold front coming through the Great Lakes. Storms out west. But the national temperature map is pretty wild. Dara, how's it going up there, young lady? Hope you're doing well, by the way. Gordon Mooneyhan is in the house. Barb D'Souza. Austin Bealey. Austin. CFS tonight's going a little bit more east. Let's hope that trend continues. Look at these temperatures. In the 60s across a good chunk of the United States tonight. That is an unseasonably large area of cool temperatures for this time of the year. And I am hoping that this is a sign of our winter. The sooner we can get the cooler air across the waters, the quicker we can cool them down. Candy Fry, you're welcome. Peter, in Orlando, it's October, so you feel it. Thank you, Elizabeth. It has been like a sauna. 3 football games. I know my Giants won last night. So again, let's hope this is a sign of things to come. All right, let's go around. You got that right, Austin. So let's do this. Cooling down. Remember yesterday, Nunavik was 91. Now they're at 66. John Blackham, Linda Crook, Becky Nordby. Becky, hope you're doing well. Yep. Would love an early winter. Amy, Cleveland. Tell Patrick I said hi. Nome is at 47. Anchorage, 62. The Faro Airport's at 77 for now. Yellowknife, 79. Fort Nelson is at 90. That would be amazing, Aaron. Mike Rogers. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. Now, up north, you're starting to see some cooler air pulling across the northern poles as they are now getting sunsets across the Great White North. Point Barrow, now down to 20 hours of daylight and losing 20 minutes a day. So think about that. 4 hours of darkness now up there, and that air starts to cool down as we get that progression towards fall. Baker Lake, a sizzling 82. Iqaluit, 54. Moosonee, 68. Little cold pool there. Winnipeg, Minneapolis, Chicago, Ottawa in the 60s. Vegas at 103. Mobile, 92. Belize City, 82. Nassau, 82. San Jose, Costa Rica at 73. San Juan, 85. Caracas, 82. Excellent, Becky. Love that. Tony Shirley's in the house. Yep, you and me both. Look at that. 50 in Asuncion. 46 in Buenos Aires. Sao Paulo, Chile, 57. Punta Arenas, 37. Cape Town, 55. Windhoek, 43. Anna Maroof, you and me both. Rabat, 68. Baghdad, 90. There's Berlin, 66. Oslo, 54. Surgut, Moscow, Astana in the 50s. Baghdad, 90. Irkutsk, 88. Bratsk, 64. You can see Yakutsk coming in at 66. Beamer went to sleep. Love that. Ketchikan, Alaska. Milton, Aguiar. Yes. It's cold up there. Cooler up there. Sapporo, 81. Shanghai, 88. Darwin, Australia, 81. Down under. Adelaide, 55. Bada boom, says Natalie. Beverly Sorrells, same. Brisbane 70, Christchurch 43, and then over to Hawaii. Look at that, Honolulu, 88 degrees. Hilo coming in at 83 degrees, and Lihue, 84. All right, one last look at the tropics here. Again, for those of you that got in late, Summit Station, Greenland, 6 degrees. Oof, Mikey. Mikey knows his weather stations. There it is. The wave now, a growing chance for development. 70% chance over the next 7 days that this could be a TD, a tropical storm, or potentially even a hurricane. Next named storm is Ernesto. Ernesto. Still dealing with a little bit of dry air, but we've seen an increase in the number of thunderstorms and moisture today with the wave. You can see it right there. Thunderstorms kind of scouring out some of that dust. Here's what the Euro continues to do. There it is. Windward Isles, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and then front wisps it out to sea with another wave right behind it, and then a third wave right behind that. The GFS, Rose Marie Waldy Diaz. Hello from Ormond Beach. Good to have you there, Rosie. So there's the GFS. It's got that TD tropical storm getting lifted to the north by that digging trough, and then another feature right behind that, and another feature right behind that. So plenty of time to watch these, but if we can keep this big trough of low pressure in the eastern third of the United States, then we might be able to curve out a lot of these storms. That would be fantastic. It's something we have to watch. So Shanti Perez is in the house. Beverly Wells is in the house. So there's your 7-day, 95, 95, 95, 95, 96, 95, 94. Plenty of heat there. Garcia Smith from the Bahamas. Good to have you there, by the way. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. As you guys know, I normally go about 20, 25 minutes. I start my Facebook Lives right around 8 p.m. For those newbies, if you haven't followed me, go ahead and follow me. Every time I go live, you'll get an update. It's not always about the tropics. It's just about anything in general. It can be severe weather. It can be glorious weather. But at any rate, I'll see you guys tonight at 10. Hopefully, maybe some models as a invest could come down as maybe early tonight. If not, it'll be over the weekend. And then, of course, we'll be updating the heat for you tonight at 10 and 11 and timing out those storms. All right, have a great weekend. And hopefully you'll see me tonight. Or hopefully you'll watch me tonight. Ta-ta.